Okay, guys, so now if we go to do the forearms, um, something that is important is I actually like to separate the forearms in three, actually one, two, three, and maybe four great groups for the forearms. So at first we're gonna have the ridge muscles that I separated here, which I call ridge muscles like that. That is just these two muscles. Actually, the brachioradialis muscle and also the extensor carpi radialis longus, which is this one here. So these two are the ridge muscles, okay, and after we're gonna have the extensor muscles that are the extensor carpi ulnaris, extensor digitorum, extensor carpi radialis brevis, and also extensor digiti minimi. Okay, and the other side we're gonna have in the interior view, we're gonna have the flexors, which are responsible for flexing the hands, and the extensor the opposite, obviously. So the flexor muscles, we're gonna have the flexor carpi ulnaris, the palmaris longus, and flexor carpi radialis, and pronator teres. Okay, so these are the most superficial muscles in the forearms, and also we're gonna have to finish the pollicis muscles, which I call there are two of them that they most appear in the surface, which is the abductor pollicis longus and also the extensor pollicis brevis muscle. Okay, so we're gonna have a look, and also we're gonna have this anconeus. Anconeus is just one little muscle right here. Here we have the bone landmark, which is the lateral epicondyle, which is just a protuberance like this part here in the humerus. We can call it those epicondyles, those 2 points. And actually those 2 points gonna be, as I said, a landmark. So once you find them, you can locate it and map yourself about where the muscles gonna be, and what are the extensor muscles and also the flexors muscles. So the extensor muscles I call that are those muscles here. Okay, so they are in the top part of the hand, the its tendons, and its surface is it's all into this region. And then in green here we're gonna have the ridge muscles. Okay, and in the other side, as I said, we're gonna have the flexors in red, all those here. Okay, so here I've separated some reference for each muscles, for its origin and insertion, and also how to locate them, and between the others. And the forearm may look a little bit confusing, and also with so many muscles right there, but once you separate them in those groups, like the ridge muscles, the flexors, the extensors, and also the pollicis, and then you're gonna be so much easier to understand and also to memorize its form. Okay, so let's start there on ZBrush by doing our ridge muscles. And for the ridge muscles, we're gonna have the brachioradialis, as I said, and also the extensor carpi radialis longus. Okay, so for brachioradialis, its origin it's gonna be in the lateral ridge of distal humerus, which we can check it here. Let me show you. Just right into this region over here. Okay, so into this region we're gonna have the origin for brachioradialis and also the extensor carpi ulnaris. Carpi ulnaris, no, I'm sorry, carpi radialis. You can remember that, you know, the ulnaris is gonna be closer to the ulna bone and the radialis gonna be closer to radius bone. Okay, so let me first start by doing the extensor carpi, the brachioradialis. Okay, this I can do on a stretch from here. Just in order to extrude. Let's turn on the local symmetry, and good. Now from here, let me first show you guys where it's gonna be this muscle. I'm actually grabbing it with the control button pressed so I can extrude this way the unmasked part. And then let me now here I could even add some edge loops in the middle so I can now easily smooth them this way. Okay, and then it's gonna go over here. It's tendon. Alright, I'm gonna leave to continue him after, and because we're gonna need to have the others muscles first, like this tensor, so will be better for us to position it perfectly. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna actually do as well, I'm gonna duplicate it and make the extensor carpi brachialis longus. Let me get another reference here. Yeah, I actually got this one, but it's just to show you the difference from brachioradialis and extensor carpi radialis longus. Both will start from here, but actually the extensor carpi radialis longus will start more on the lateral epicondyle, as you can see it here, and it will be just right there. So here I'm gonna duplicate this one and grab it more. To the down part here, closer to the lateral epicondyle. The epicondyles that I've said are actually this one, the medial epicondyle, and this one, the lateral epicondyle. Okay, so with both these two epicondyles and the ulna here, we're gonna have a triangle. Okay, so once the arms raise here, this triangle gonna be more like that. Okay, so always take care with this triangle because it's gonna be a great landmark for you. Good. This one, I think I'm gonna do a Dynamesh. Yeah, better now. Easily to work. Okay. So this is just to you guys understand that for those ridge muscles, we're gonna have both these two muscles here, the brachioradialis and extensor carpi radialis longus. Okay. Good. So now let's continue by doing the extensors. And for the extensors muscles, we're gonna have, let me show you. Yeah, actually we're gonna correct this, all right? But for the extensors muscles, we're gonna have this 3, 4, actually 3, and also the mini-me, which is just a little one, but actually three great muscles that are the extensor digitorum, this one in the middle, and then we're gonna have after the extensor carpi ulnaris, extensor because it will extend your hand, your wrist, carpi, so the hands, and ulnaris because it goes over the ulna here, and And then we're gonna have the extensor carpi radialis brevis, which goes over the radius bone. Okay, so pretty much the same. So we're gonna have it here: extensor digitorum, extensor carpi ulnaris, and extensor carpi radialis brevis. And just in the middle of these two, we're gonna have just a little one, which is the extensor digiti minimi, which is this one, which is responsible for raising up the minimi finger. Okay, so all of them have the origin on the lateral epicondyle, like here. So yeah, let's do it. I'm actually gonna duplicate those bones here, and then I'm gonna isolate and delete hidden, just to have this as easily. So now I can smooth it. It starts and also its origin. Good. And position its origin where it's gonna be the lateral epicondyle. Let me use a smooth stronger brush so I can easily smooth this part better. Here I'm trying to create better the form. So this one will be the extensor digitorum, the one in the middle. Just beside it, I'm gonna duplicate this one and make the extensor carpi ulnaris. Extensor carpi ulnaris, let me show you. In the middle of those, I'm gonna make the extensor minimi, a very subtle one. Okay, as you can see, it goes over there, right? And then to that part, we're gonna have the extensor carpi radialis brevis. Let me get reference by isolating this one. Yeah, I actually found the reference here, and what we have is that we made a confusion. This one is supposed to be the radialis longus, and this one is supposed to be the radialis brevis. Just like this, so we have the same orientation. Always look for the thumb Yeah, and this one, the extensor carpi radialis longus. Yeah, it goes over there. Okay. So the extensor carpi ulnaris is already there. The extensor carpi radialis brevis. We can also duplicate the extensor digitorum. And position it just in the side, right there. Remembering that the extensor digitorum will be the more pronounced one. So the muscle is gonna look more like this. Yeah, those muscles are different. So let's do a mirror weld. Oh no, mirror weld now. Yeah, and also for this one. All right. Let me also do a dynamesh on this one. The extensor carpi radialis. Yeah, this way is better to work. Okay, and so those are the flexors. So it's just missing the flex. Those are the extensors, and we are just missing the flexors and also the pollicis. Okay. So let's do it, and after we can better correct the other shapes and everything.